Okay, guys, welcome to everybody. Okay, let me check. Okay, so let's start. Sorry for delay. We have a bit problem because around my area there are some storm and there is a blackout problem. So, I can see many people. So thank you so much to be here on Phantom Studio. First of all, thank you very much to G66. Okay, this is for the Fractal audio devices, and of course, thank you very much to Fractal. Special thanks for Fractal now because now Fractal do much more the best. Because usually, okay, the upgrades are really frequently. There are so many updates in the past since I use Fractal devices. One of the best things I love Fractal because Cliff Chase and his team produce a lot of firmware that improve the quality of the Fractal devices. Just the Fractal is, to me, it is the best modeler in the world, but the developing is continuous. So Fractal produce new features, new functionality, improve the possibility to expand the units. But this firmware, to me, it is let's say, a milestone or a game changer, whatever you wanted to call. Why? Because this is a really massive update. The people who knows the Fractal know that the Fractal forum, there are a lot of discussion regarding the update about the other unit, XFX3, for example, FM9, and typically, okay, the FM3 people wait a lot because in the meantime, a lot of upgrade was done on the flagship unit. And now FM3 can have a big benefit to have in one single update all the improvement Fractal gave on the flagship unit. And this is, to me, it is a really big opportunity because with Fractal you have even if you have FM3, FM9, XFX3, you have always the same firmware, the same sound, the same possibilities. Of course, the difference it is in the power computations, but okay, it is a really big benefit to have a possibility to have a small unit with the same features of the high-end unit. And now, to me, the new firmware gave us a very big opportunity because there is a lot of things that we will read the release notes where we can find every improvement. But the most important is it is the gapless. Gapless means that until now you have the possibility to switch between the amp block. Every Fractal user that use FM3, but also FM9 and XFX3 knows that when you change a scene and you change the amp block from channel A to channel B or channel C or channel D, you know there is a small gap. Okay, it is the smallest on the XFX3, of course. On FM9 and FM3, it is a bit more, and you have to take care about this, especially during the live session. Now there is no more gap, and it's fantastic. I never imagined that sooner or later Cliff was able to close this gap, the real gap, and this is fantastic because it is, as I mentioned in the cover, it is a new era for FM3. Yes, because the possibility to use with different presets change a lot, change completely the philosophy when you create the presets and you create your presets for live usage. because you don't need anymore to find out some tricks, some workaround to work with the scenes within the same presets to enable this and that to avoid any gap. Now you can switch between a preset to another preset without any problem, without any gap. And this is absolutely fantastic. The song I start is a real demonstration how to use this functionality, because if you take care about I run a backing track with the Camelot software. Camelot is able to run the backing track and also give some MIDI message to the unit. I will show you how I connect FM3 to Camelot and MIDI, and change automatically the preset within the song. So I change the clean part, the clean plus delay, plexiverb, and so on. Then change to another preset with the distortion, another preset with other sound, and so on. So you can imagine, especially during the live, how is the benefit to have no gap between the presets. And as far as I know, it is the unique modeler, I speak about modeler, not profiler or what else, modeler that is able to change the presets with no gap, and also with the spillover functionality, because also spillover is essential, because if you change the preset to another one and immediately you cut the delay, reverb, and so on, is not so nice. Of course, you have to take care of how you create the presets, because it is fundamental that if you have a plexiverb on a preset and you run a sound and you run a long tail of the plexiverb and you change it to another preset who has not a plexi, you have not anymore the plexi sound, because the information of the plexi or the delay is staying the unit stay in the RAM, maybe. I don't know exactly what is the structure inside this concept, but in any case, you have the delay information still running, okay? You change the presets, and this information run in the new delay block or new plexiverb or new reverb. So you have to take care, because if there are not anymore that block in the new preset, of course, the tail is cut immediately. But we will speak about from this concept later on. Okay, first of all, where do you can get the firmware? At the moment, the firmware is in the beta 1 version, is beta public version. So it is not automatically updated. I can show the editor now. As you can see, if you go to the tools and you can go to the Fractal bot, you cannot see any pop-up message where you have the typical pop-up where is written, okay, there is new firmware you can download, of course. So the beta version is only available on the Fractal forum. Fractal forum I wanted to show you because it is really important. It is the Holy Bible from the Fractal users. I would like to show, to share and show with you. Okay, let me, okay. Okay, enlarge the, perfect. Forum.fractalaudio.com. So if you never use this the Fractal forum, it's time to use it, because you can get a lot of information, lots of discussion, and there are also the Fractal team that write in the forum, and you can get the latest information regarding the firmware, regarding functionality and support, of course. It is a very huge community. You can get a lot of information. So if you go to the FM3 discussion, you can find the firmware 8.01 beta. Okay, let's start from the first page. And this is really important. I can enlarge the, okay. Hi, guys. So now you can download the firmware. Is available beta 1 public. Public means that it is still in the beta version, but it is public for the user domain. Everybody can use it, can download it and use it, but take care, it is still a beta. So it's possible that some errors occurs. And my strong suggestion is don't use it just before a live gig, just before recording a session or something like that. You can use it, but take care, because sometimes can cause a problem. This is the reason why it's called beta. But it is a very good opportunity because everybody can download, can test it, and so we can Fractal can fix every bug that a huge community can find, and we can have the official version very, very, very soon. Soonest then, if there is a beta tester community, I am in the beta tester community, but we are few people, so it's much better than there is a huge community when test every condition, because there are so many conditions, so many possibility where something occurs, because it's really difficult to test all configuration, all special status of the unit, and you can find out a new bug. So take care of this. Until now, I'm using this version. I didn't find any problem until now, so I'm really confident that the official version will be released very soon. Mr. Tluchesi, if you download the beta, will you have to Discord again? If there are changes or update? I don't know what is Discord again. This download maybe. A beta is a beta. So when will be an official version, you will have the pop-up, the real pop-up from the Fractal bot. Okay, when you activate, when you switch the Fractal bot, here you will have the blue pop-up where they mention that the official version is available. Okay, this is typical. Download again. Yes, I understood. And of course, you have to download again. But typically, if you download, you have no any problem. What I recommend you absolutely is to make the backup before to do. I say any kind of update. Backup should be a standard in your life of the modeler. When you change something, it's better that you backup your unit. How can do this? You can use the Fractal bot, go to the receive mode. You can define the folder where you download the backup information. You click on the begin, and you can select what you want to do backup. Typically, the bank A, B, and C are the factory preset you don't need, but if you want, you can do. Why not? It is necessary typically to backup the bank D, where typically you have your own presets. The user cab, if you use the impulse responses, external impulse responses, and most important is the system plus FC. System, it is all system information of the unit, the settings, the global settings, and the FC, the foot controller layout settings. Okay, so you can backup. Just you do this, you are pretty sure that every kind of disaster you have, you can recover the initial situation without any problem. So to upload the previous firmware is pretty easy, but you have to remember one thing. If you download the Firmware 8 or any new firmware, and you save your presets with the new firmware, this preset is only readable with that version of firmware and the earlier. You cannot read anymore the preset with the older firmware. This is pretty normal. And this is typically because many people download my patch on my store and they say, I install your preset, but I can see nothing. Yes, because preset is made with firmware 7 and you have installed firmware 6 or 5 or 4. Okay, so new editor and new firmware can read the old preset version, but not vice versa. Remember this. So if you download the firmware 8, you don't like, you want to back up, and you want to return back to the previous version, you need to have the older version of your preset. Otherwise, if you store the preset with the new firmware, you cannot read anymore. So remember this. This is very, very important, and it is also mentioned in the release notes. So let's read the release notes again. Let's come back to the editor. Another important thing is, as usual, not only the firmware is necessary, but also the editor. Otherwise, you cannot see the new improvement with the new firmware, and this is really, really important. So, as you can see, you can download the beta 1 available and the new version of FM3 edit. Okay, don't forget this. Otherwise, you cannot have the new functionality, the new features introduced by the new firmware. Okay, so let's read together the release notes. They are very important. Gapless preset since channel switching. A new parameter setup global settings config Gapless change. So this is really important. Now with the new firmware, you have. Let's go to the editor. You have a new setup functionality. Gapless and spillover. So when you want to use the Gapless, you have to set up the Gapless parameter to all together with the spillover. Okay? Because if you install the new firmware, but you have the Gapless off, you have not the Gapless functionality. This is pretty normal. So don't forget to enable the Gapless switch to all. Okay, this is the first thing. It's not enough. It's not enough because to have the Gapless functionality, you need to save the new presets, the old presets with the new firmware. And this is, okay, this is, the mistakes could be occurs because, okay, if you install the firmware, set the Gapless all, and you start to use your preset with the as it is, without save it, you are still using the preset in the version 7 or preview version, and you still have the Gapless. Sorry, you still have the gap. Sorry. To have the Gapless, you have to save the preset. Simply save. Okay, click on save. The Gapless with the new firmware version. Now you can use the Gapless. Okay. I hope this is clear. If you have a question, please put your question in the chat. If you see this tutorial later on, please put your question below the video. I will answer you. Well, let's come back and let's continue to read the release notes. So, setup global settings, configure spillover must be set all. So everything is written in the release notes, guys. Your preset must be saved under firmware 8 or newer. You can do this manually in any of the usual ways or use the automatically utility in setup utility preset upgrade all preset. I wanted to show you how to do this. Okay, let me show you just a moment. Okay. Okay, this is my FM3 on the table. You have to go to the setup, utility, enter. You get page forward again until the, okay, upgrade all presets. Push A. I don't want to push now, but you have to push away. Wait, and a procedure start. It takes a few minutes because all presets are automatically saved in the unit, and you are sure that all preset is updated and can use the Gapless functionality. So this is necessary one time, not more. Only the first time. That's it. Okay. Or of course you can you can save manually your preset. Okay, it is a long but. So let's continue to read the release notes. Okay, this is important. I already mentioned about this. Saving a presets under 8 makes it incompatible with previous firmware version. Use FractalBot to make a backup first. Okay, it's also written there, but I repeat. Repetita iuvant, says the Latin. Okay. This is the new functionality, and I will show you what is the big benefit now we have with the Gapless, because it changes dramatically the way you can program and to create your presets. Then there is another very important feature. It is the new Cygnus X3 amp modeling, and this is another big benefit, and it's one of the reasons that I love Fractal products, because Fractal continues to develop and improve, not only because many other competitors, the new firmware add some new amp, new effects, new functionality, but the models remain as it is. Fractal no. Fractal continues to improve, sometimes a bit more, but improve the, I can say, not only the quality, it is the realism of the amp, introducing new features by the, I am electronics, and I know what is the amp. In the amp, there are some electronic parts. There is the power supply, there is the power amp, there is the preamp, the valves, there is the circuits, and so on and so on. The modelings consist in make the mathematic version, okay, the physical models of the real part of the amp. So you have the mathematic model of a preamp, the power supply, and so on and so on. But the mathematic model itself, maybe when you start to develop, has some features, but sometimes you need to improve it because there are some new let's say new measures that you had to add, some lot of things that is a part of the analog world in the digital world, and it is difficult because analog world is completely different from the digital, and you need to continue to make a research how to convert the analog behavior, the physical behavior in a digital world. It is a continuous work, and Fractal do this every day. So thank you very much, Cliff. Thank you very much, Fractal team, because your job is fantastic. And this is the reason that Fractal continue to improve the quality by the time, not only on the flagship, but also for the small unit like FM3. And you know, the new firmware start on FX3, then on FM9 and FM3. And all units give the benefit of the improvement on the flagship. And this is absolutely great. Okay. Cygnus X3 improve a lot of things, so we can read together. Okay. Just a moment. Where is it? Cygnus X3 is the latest amp modeling technology for XFX3, FM9, and FM3. It improved the sound, feels, and accuracy of the models, making them closer to their real-world counterpart. Okay? With more rumble and bite and other nasty things, this is fantastic, that tube amps do. So it is a continuous research to emulate and to take care of every kind of behavior. And you can feel this under your finger. The LED amps have been remastered using the new measurement techniques and analytic methods. Existing presets are not altered, and hard or soft reset will load the updated values. Also, this is I will do this discussion apart to do this, because if you don't touch anything, you have the presets are not altered, okay, not changed, and you have to perform the soft reset or hard reset to do this. I will show you how can do this. Improved preamp, power amp, and output transformer modeling. Update various default values from the most amp models for power tube grid bias or cathode resistance as applicable. Supply, seg, and cathode. So this is nerd electronic, guys. Fixed wrong Miller capacitance, okay, etc., etc. I don't want to go too much deep, but for electronic engineer, this is pretty nice, pretty good to see what was done. Very important, additional amp block update. Update JS 410 lead models based on the current JVM 410 ACJS, the typical Joe Satriani. And for this reason, now my preset dedicated to Joe Satriani and Van Allen are now available also on FM3 on my store. Okay, there are some other improvement. New amp models. Oh, take care about this. Take care about this. If I understood well, so maybe Cliff can confirm this. Let me answer to this question, because this question is a typical question. When it will be official available? I don't know, guys, because in the Fractal forum, the beta version is done like a public beta version, because this decrease the time where the official release will be released. So we cannot see. There is not fixed the time, because if the community discovered there is a big bug and you need to reprogram on the review the firmware, you need time, guys. So I see this question a lot of time, but there is no an answer to this question, guys. The answer is as when the firmware is fixed, and all the people, as much as more people, test the version and there are no bugs. Bug could occur in every time, also in the official version. Remember this. Who makes software know very well there is not bug-free software. Doesn't exist. Every software programmer know very well the official release is only a version tested enough from a huge community. But this doesn't mean the bug could be occurs in every moment. And this is the reason that the backup is recommended. Okay? So there is no answer to this. For sure, will be questions of days, of maybe weeks. I hope days. But it is necessary to test all conditions. Okay, and we don't know. We are not a wizard. We have the glass ball where the firmware will be available in 1 week. A week fix. No, guys. If Fractal team says, okay, a huge people has no problem with the release, this version will be the official version. Sometimes the release candidate is the same version that is the official one. Okay, so I hope that I hope I answer to your questions. So let's come back again to the release notes. New amp models: Class A 30 watt brilliant mode, JS 410 lead green. Okay, Brit silver. Oh, this is very important that you understand this, because some people say, but Brit silver is also available in the firmware 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom. This is true, but new amp means the new amp models, not only new amp. It is the sentence is new amp models. That means that the actual Brit silver, mean the Jubilee, Marshall Jubilee, as a new model. And it is a pretty, it is one of the amp that sounds completely different from the past. So there are a lot of parameter change inside, and the new amp sounds completely different. And you need to make new presets. I open the brackets. Some people claims that if the firmware changing constrains the people to review and to redo the presets. Okay. First of all, you can stay with your firmware. Many professional guitar players stay with a very old firmware. If they are tested, okay, they doesn't touch nothing. But this is a matter of fact. If you improve something, you have to change not only the firmware but also the presets. It is a cost-benefit issue. If you don't want to do it, stay with your firmware, stay with your presets, and doesn't. But if you want the new feature, and you have to do something, okay? So you have to change, because if there are some improvements inside an amp, to have this improvement, you cannot do this on the old presets. You have to remake your preset. Okay, it is cost-benefit issue. I can tell you, I use Fractal since 2016. I never come back, and I always love the new firmware, and I always appreciate what the new firmware gives to my presets. To me, it's a big cost because I have to remake all the preset on my store. It is a long time, it's a long job for sure, but it is necessary, and I love to do this because new models, new features, new presets, and as you know, you will receive the automatic update when I release that. I need time because I have a lot of presets on my store, but I need time I change. And of course, if you have a problem, a specific problem on the preset you bought from my store, you can send me an email, and I check immediately some presets, because I tested the all presets, but there is a huge amount of presets to test. I have a FM incoming. Thanks for that. Okay, so thank you, Jeff. Grande Jeff. I'm happy you have the FM9. Very nice to see. Nothing new for the bass player. No, nothing new for the bass player. But I think you have enough for the bass player. But okay. Maybe you have not special amp, but typically I also play the bass with Fractal, but I never use the amp. I use the effects, EQ, compressor effects, and so on. But okay, so I'm not a bassist, so I don't want. So let's come back to the firmware. So to the release notes. Okay, there is the new Brit Silver, the new Frayette D60 models. So it is a new models. New Citrus RV50, new CA3 rhythm lead models, the custom audio, Friedman, Recto 1, Recto 2, Brit 800, 2003 and 2203, sorry, and 2204 low. Some are new, some are redesign of the new amp. The new 51, 53, 100 watt Stealth. This is a fantastic amp, and this is the amp that I made the AVH presets, the Van Halen presets. New model for the JP John Petrucci Mark II C+, new Mesa MK5 green channel and MK5 red channel. And there are new pedals, the Nobilium OVD1. This is fantastic pedal, and also the Sunrise Splendor is fun. I will show you later on. Gauss drive model based on Flux drive. I didn't try yet. Improve the tremolo block. Other in features and improvement. You can read yourself what are there are some minor improvement, but in any case they are important. Well, guys, so let's come back to the editor. Because now with the new Gapless functionality, it is not anymore necessary to create the presets with everything inside, because you have to, for example, if you need a clean, crunch, lead, you have to put inside the preset all the part to create these sounds. And unfortunately, especially on FM3, you have to take care about the bit number, the CPU power. And this is a limitation, because you cannot, with the FX3 or FM9, you can put together without, you have also the double amp. With double amp, you can avoid the gap between the clean and the crunch. With FM3 was a problem. Now it's not anymore a problem, okay? And also, you can add on the preset only what you need for that sound. If you need some other feature, you can create a same presets, and delete some effects you don't use, and put the new effects. This is completely different philosophy that can permit you to have a complete. You can use not only the scene but also the preset functionality in your playing. This is really important. If I can show you blah blah blah. For example, my Luke style. Or no, I want to show. Let me check a preset a bit complex. Maybe this one. Okay, for example, as you can see here, with this preset, I use the rhythm part with the Euro Blue model. Okay, the lead part, I use the Euro Blue model plus the drive, because I want more gain, and and I have no other chance to use. I don't want to have the gap switching to another amp. I switch on the drive, the clone in this case, and also with the output I can increase the scene 1 of 2.6 decibel. And this is the typical. I can show you. So I am in the rhythm part. I switch to the lead. Okay. Now I am I am still on the 65%. But if I wanted to use for example, the reverb on the maximum quality, the echo density, as you can see, I reach easily the 80% if I wanted to use the reverb in the maximum quality. Now I can design my preset without the drive, and if I delete the drive, have a look on the CPU power. Tac, reduce 80%. I'm working on the first unit of FM3, not the turbo version, the first unit, the unit without the headphone. So one of the first that came in Europe. So, and I can create the lead channel with another blue modern channel with more gain, or I change the amp. For example, with the Euro Red modern, with more gain and more volume, more level. When I switch to the scene number 2, there is no more gap. And also with the clean. So, I can show you the effect on this with the scene. Okay. Let me. Lead. Okay, I have to change it to the clean, sorry. Is this Shiva clean? Okay, Shiva clean. No more gap, guys. No more gap. And this is fantastic. But it's not at all, because I can also switch. Let me change the layout to presets. Okay. I can also change the presets. This is absolutely fantastic, guys. And so I can make the presets that I want. For example, if I want the Fender presets, I can do this. If I want with completely different effects. Very, very big benefit. And the typical use of this, of course, on live is pretty easy. I want to show this functionality because I think it is really, really, really nice. I use my Camelot editor. Okay. This is a sequencer where you can, you can run a backing track. Okay. You can run a backing track, the song I play in the beginning of this tutorial. And you can also define in some part of the backing track to enable some, let's say, MIDI command that recall presets or scenes of FM3. I want to show you. This is pretty easy. This is my song, A Big Hug, and I create some scenes within this software. For example, the MF Ecstasy lead. Let me show you. This is the scene. I want to also to let's have a look on the FM3. When I change when I push this big square, every button it is a preset or scene. I want to show you. Okay, this is the command. I don't want to go in deep, but it is okay for a preset MF Ecstasy, scene number 1, number 2, number 3. So I can create several scenes where I recall presets and scenes together, and I can create a song with this timeline when I recall the scene I want, and I can play without to change anything on the unit. I can show you here. If I start the backing track, the sound is Fender clean. You can see here. And this marker started the new scene MF Ecstasy lead. It's okay. So until here, I have the Fender clean. When I go here, I switch to a different preset. So here I have a preset Fender clean, C clean, and this is the preset MF Ecstasy. I don't use my feet. I am only connected via MIDI with FM3 and with Camelot, and I can recall everything I want without any gap, guys. This is the very new, the biggest news. Just before it was not possible to do this. Okay, you can do this by the scenes, but now you are totally free to recall any scene and every preset. And of course, this is a good also with the song, the set song list. I can show you. Now the set list and song functionality let you to create your set list with any song, with any preset, and with any scenes into any presets, and you have no gap. This is absolutely fantastic, especially for the live usage and many other situations where you need to have the gapless functionality. Okay, let me check if there are some questions. You must update FM3 edit. Exactly. I already told at the beginning of this. This clean call hysteria. Yes. This is a really revolutionary update for FM3. Exactly, the tone. Ciao Carmelo. Exactly. It is a revolution of FM3. My personal suggestions is when you change between presets, of course you have I can show you for example this sounds. Let me the clean sound with the okay. Now you can hear the tails of the delay and reverb. If I change the preset, the tails are cutted. Why this? Because as I told you, the information of delay and reverb are in the unit, but if you recall new presets where there are no the same blocks, I use, for example, as I show you, the multi-delay and also the plexiverb, of course, the system cannot run again the spillover of the previous tails. Okay, so for this reason, I suggest you to think about the presets, preserving the same ambient effects like delay and reverb. You can change everything on the amp block, chorus, cabinet. You can change everything, but my personal suggestion, you can do what you want, of course, but my personal suggestion is to keep the same block with the new preset. I can show you immediately. I can, for example, copy the plex delay on the new presets. Okay, it's already here. And the multi-delay, because multi-delay was not there. So I copy the multi-delay on the new presets. Here, I hope there are no CPU. oh, this is the typical case. I have no any more CPU, but if with this preset, I don't need, for example, this is all stars, and I want to use the, let me check, the JTM 45, for example, as it is. I want to use this sound as it is, not other effects. I can delete this effect because I don't need anymore. Okay? And now I have the possibility to insert the multi-delay. And this is the revolutionary things. Because if you don't need some effect, you don't need anymore to keep the effect because you have to use the scene. You change simply the presets. Do you understand what I mean, guys? If it's not clear, please put your question. Okay. Let's save these presets. Okay. This block are disabled, are bypassed. So let's go to the did you hear? Because there is the multi-delay, the tails run in the new presets. And this is important. Otherwise, if I don't have the multi-delay, of course, the new preset can't run the multi-delay information previous played. I hope this concept is clear. If you don't understand, please put your question. I repeat, when you create a preset, you can cut everything you don't need, like drive and so on. But the ambient effects, reverb, multi-delays, delays, and so on, I suggest you to have it in every preset, because if you run this long tail, sorry, okay, when I switch to the new preset, they run again. So I wanted to delete, and I can show you. In the preset, that block are disabled, are bypassed, are not used, but you can hear the tails. So this is the sound, clean, simply clean sound. Okay, this is the other preset clean sound, Shiva clean. Take care of the tails. Okay, again, I switch, and the tails are cutted. And this is not so nice to hear during the live. It depends from many reasons. In my case, I love to hear the previous tail of the sound. Okay? This is my personal needs. You can do what you want, of course. So if I want to have a preset changing without lose the tails, I simply add the block, in this case the multi-delay, in the pretty same way, let's say. Okay, in parallel here. I connect it in parallel. And also the same plex block. Plex delay block, yes. Here and here. Tac. This is the amazing possibility of to connect all the effects in parallel. Save it. I switch off because I don't need the new sound run the plex verb. Okay, so this is the same sound of before. Clean. When I switch, there's a long tails, and the long tails remains even with the new blocks, because the tails run, and because of course the spillover is set to all. Yeah, I can show you better. I hope this concept is pretty understandable. So another important thing, this is for the Gapless. You can do, and you can create different presets. And if you need, for example, a GTM version with the driver, you can create. What I want to suggest you is to keep the CPU's power below the 80%. Otherwise, a bit gap could occur. It depends from many reasons, but now you don't need anymore to have so many effects in a presets. Okay, so keep the power consumption below the 80%. You are sure that the Gapless functionality works perfectly. Okay. Okay. Now I wanted to show you some presets change in the amp models. I want to let me check. Let's go to this. I want to install. Let me check. I want to update the previous preset. Okay, this is the. I want to show you how to modify the existing, the old preset with the new one. This is my preset MF Jubilee, for example. But this is not the last one. Let me take the older one. Let me take the older one. Sorry. Sorry, because I have another older Jubilee. Let me check. Jubilee. Okay, let me check if it's this one. No, but could be. Okay, I have several of this preset because I use it as the example. Oh, we can get this preset. This preset. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is on all the preset. Very simple presets with the Marshall Jubilee. I can call the scene where there is the Brit Silver. Okay, so. This is pretty important to understand why there is a new model and what is the behavior of the new firmware with the new models. So this is the sound of. So in the releases note, there is this preset, this model, Brit Silver, is a new design, And how can you test and you can update the preset with the new firmware? You can perform you have to perform a soft reset or hard reset. What is the difference with soft reset? To make the soft reset is pretty easy. You can go to the amp list and reselect, or you can select a different amp or reselect the same amp, Brit Silver. Okay, as you can see, the control here return to the default value, so to 5, but gain and level remain as they are. Okay, and this is typical. The soft reset, it is useful when you change something in your amp block and you want to come back to the default version, but preserve the gain and the level. Okay, but the soft reset in any case adjusts all the other parameter you typically don't touch because they are advanced parameter that regards the preamp, the power amp, the output, and so on functionality. So I wanted to show you what's happened when from this sound you make the soft reset. Okay, this is only this. But if you make the hard reset, okay, if you make the hard reset, to make the hard reset, you can do this. Block, okay, go to block and reset current channel. If you reset This is the hard reset. Also, the gain and level go to the default value. And this is a really hard reset. You can do this also from the tools, manage presets. Okay. Go to the Marshall Jubilee, and here, what is it? Reset amp blocks. And in this case, you reset all the channels of this block. Okay, and also you can also let me I make the wrong one, 35. Let me check. Manage presets. See, yes, this one. Reset amp blocks. Save. Okay. No. It seems that it doesn't. Maybe if only the A. No, I don't know that why this should reset the amp, but it's not reset. The controller remains. I have to check what is the difference. Maybe reset amp block, reset only the parameter. I don't know. Sorry for this. I will investigate. But in any case, typically I do the hardware reset. Okay, reset current channel. And this is the sound. Let's have a look at one thing, guys. This is my old preset. As you can see here, the level of this preset is pretty low, because typically when I create my preset, I want that the sound is close to the 0 dB. And it's clear with the new firmware, the new model, this amp, the Jubilee amp, sounds lower than the previous version. And this is the first thing that I note. This is a typical problem when, with the new firmware, affects a lot the new models. And now you have to not only to make the hardware set, but you have to adjust this amp to fulfill the new firmware. So the new version of Brit Silver has lower output, and you have to adjust it. To do this, I want also to show you the difference. And this is a typical mode that you should to do. So save this preset to another location. Save a copy, okay, to this location. Is not a problem. Okay. Why? Because I wanted to compare the first preset with the new one. So now I have the preset number 30 on the location 3035. Then I wanted to change to make the new update on the 336 location. So I perform the hardware set, Command I, sorry. So the sound is still too low. I can open the preset leveling. I can do this also. Okay. I can close the Camelot. So, if I wanted to adjust the volume of the preset to the 0 dB, I have to increase the amp level. Okay, now it is the level is correct. If I compare with the previous preset, you can hear the difference with the old model and new model. So the new model needs that you adjust the level. So I can also increase the mid, the treble. Save it. So you can hear the difference, and this is typical behavior when the new model is developed by the firmware and something changes strongly. In this case, what is strange, not only the sound, but also the output, and you need to correct and to adjust the new output to the new model. And of course, the difference in terms of sound is better. To me, is absolutely better. The new changes are very, very, very nice, but you need to correct the amp lock settings to the new firmware. And this could occur for the amp block you can find on the list of the new amp model. New amp, but not only new amp. New amp, this means a new amp. Okay, new amp model means some new models for the previous existing amps. And sometimes when you see that the name in the list, you have to touch and to at least to check your preset that use where you use the same amp. Okay, guys. Maybe I told everything. So. Okay, I see a question from Zofo. Okay, but you already get the answer, the proper answer. Thank you, Carmelo. Thank you, TFT51. Okay, I can show you one of my favorite preset. It is based on the AVH. This is the, okay, you can see how this preset is pretty complex, but in the new system, let me, what is it? Okay, in the new, you can also program this this rig and keep the CPU at 7%. This is quite nice. This is the new amp 5153 100 watts stealth blue channel. Yeah. This amp is fantastic, guys. Okay, so you can, let me check if there are some. Okay, guys. Is that preset leveling Windows new? Absolutely not. The preset leveling Windows, it is available since firmware 4 maybe. You can recall this with the tools, preset leveling, Command L or preset leveling. and you can see the level of the output and also adjust the amp level. It's very, very useful. Very useful. Is that press the leveling window? Yes. Okay. What does Mplex do? Mplex, it is a block that let me to use the volume. I use a single pedal, single AV pedal, the normal AV pedal. Okay, I can connect. I can show you. I can show you. No, sorry, here. So, Mplex pedal, it is a block where I can decide to get the signal from different input select. In this case, I can select the input, the row 2 means the row 2 of the matrix, or what I want. In the row 2, there is the volume. So when when the Mplex is in this position, the signal pass through the volume, and I can use. When I go to the channel B on the Mplex, I select the row 3 where there is the wah. So the volume is bypassed and it works only the wah. And I store the channel A or channel B on the scene that I wanted to use the volume or wah. So with a single pedal, I can have two functionality. I already showed this functionality in a tutorial. If you want, if you type Phantom, Fractal, and the keywords that you want to search, you can find a lot of tutorial in English also from my side. Okay, I can show also the new MFJO based. This is another new preset. This is another example. For example, another sample of the using of the Mplex block. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. In this case, the Mplex block can select the row 2, but row 3 with the wah, and also the row 4 where there is the pitch functionality. So is not running. Why is not running? Sorry. Okay. Necessary to calibrate the pedal. Sorry, just a moment. So I can show you how to calibrate if I remember well. Let me remember where is the calibration pedal. Config. I need the glasses. Configure set. No. I don't remember anymore. Where is the calibration pedal? Global settings, maybe. No. Oh, this you can find here also the gapless change and the spillover. The interface. No. IO maybe. yes, exactly. Pedal setup, calibrate one, press enter, take it, So I have to calibrate because, okay, now I can go to the home, enter, finished, perfetto. Okay, and now I can have maybe the correct functionality of the whammy. Exactly. And this is the incredible possibility that you can use a single pedal to perform different functionality: volume, wah, and pitch. I haven't hooked up any pedals yet. It's been 4 years. Okay. If you want to know how to enable the automatic tuner when the heel of the pedal is down, I can show you how you can do this. As you can see, when the pedal is down, so you can go to the setup. Let me take the glass, otherwise I cannot see nothing. Okay, you have to go to the MIDI remote, enter, and there is a menu where you can find, okay, this parameter, tuner on heel down, and you have to select the pedal you wanted to enable for the automatic tuner. To me, it is really useful because I save one foot switch to activate the unit. It's very useful. Doesn't matter if automatically activate when it's down. I don't take care. It's only a screen problem, but ok. Dopo l'aggiornamento a 8 ho riprovato le cose. Ok, new price. Sì, Gianluca, don't forget, non dimenticare di fare l'update che ho fatto vedere all'inizio di tutti i preset. Ok. This is the new JS model. I can show you. I don't forget. I forget. Sorry. Sorry. But okay, you understood. Okay, if there are other questions. I don't see any other questions. I think that I did say everything. Okay. Tutorial is finished. Don't forget to put a like. Click on the like button, and if you want, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can share this video if you think it's useful for other people. And okay, let's stop screen. Okay, and if you see this video later on, you can type your questions below the video. So, thank you so much for your attention. Thanks. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice days, and okay, give me your support. Thank you so much, guys. See you. Ciao.